Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're back at Mercedes-Benz Brampton for another review. So today the car that I'm making a review on is the 2024 Mercedes-Benz AMG G63 4x4 squared. The most expensive Mercedes-Benz G63 that you can buy in the market that Mercedes-Benz sells as a brand new car. What's the basic difference with this and the normal G63? That is basically what I'm going to show you in this video. So let's get started. As you guys know, Mercedes-Benz is one of the most oldest German automobile car manufacturer, and they're building cars that's more than a decade. So the Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, it's an iconic car, we get it. But with the history, everybody knows it was a military vehicle first, then it continued to be a military vehicle and a production model. But the 4x4 squared is completely different from the normal G-Wagon. At 2017, they first announced the G550 4x4 squared in the International Motor Show, and then in 2018, they started selling the G550 4x4 squared at North America and the G500 4x4 squared for the international market. But they finally brought this back, but this time they made it with the G63, so it actually has that handcrafted V8 with enough power and it's lifted. So let's start by showing you guys the front first. So like we did on the previous video of the AMG GT, let's show you the key first. So the key is the older key, so you have the lock, unlock, the zero panic button, you have your AMG written right here. It's a very premium feeling key, and then you have your AMG logo at the back too. Overall, it's a pretty nice looking key. Let's come to the car's front. As you can see, the front's basically like a G-Wagon. You have the Pan Americana grille. This car has the AMG Night package. That's why the logo's in black. You have the front camera. The entire grille has a more blackish kind of look. The AMG badge is also black, and the front mash grille is also black because of the AMG Night package. If you look at the headlights, you have the very nice DRLs that are surrounding, and then you have your multi-beam projector set up at the middle with your headlight washers. And then the hazards of the car is obviously on the hood. From the first generation till this generation, it's the same design. Some basic cosmetic changes. Overall, the headlights are really powerful, really advanced, so there's nothing more I have to say about that. This grille is actually open to take the air in and ventilate the car's engine. Front camera, logo with the radar, and you have pretty much same on the other side. If you look on the bottom, you have your parking sensors, and this part is completely open too to feed all that air to the intercooler for the handcrafted V8. This car actually has the diamond white metallic MAGNO paint, so that's why it's a matte finish. And you have two logos like I mentioned, one on the top, one at the bottom, and it's overall pretty nice. If you come to the top section, you can see you obviously have the upper lights, and then you have the windshield wiper that are rain sensing with all of the safety system. This car actually gets the active dash cam option, so that's nice. And now let's talk about the car's powertrain. For opening the hood, you have to do that actually from the driver's side, like all Mercedes-Benz vehicles. So there is a button located here. If you just pull that once, that opens the hood, and then have to come in front of the car and open it from there. As this car is the 4x4 squared, I had the same problem with the 2017 model of the 4x4 squared, and I'm going to have the same problem with closing the hood. But let's talk about the car's engine. This is the handcrafted 4-liter twin-turbo V8 that's one of the most popular Mercedes-Benz engine, and that is probably used in all of the 63 models of Mercedes-Benz with different powers. So this is the same engine the G63 gets, but some cool option is you have the carbon fiber engine cover. This is actually optional extra. It's like a 1,300 Canadian dollar option. It actually says who built this engine because it's a complete handcrafted made, and it's one man, one engine. Overall, with this 4-liter twin-turbo V8, that's where you pour your engine oil, and it's pretty much simple. You have the turbos at the middle, you have two big intakes to feed that air to the engine, and yeah, it's pretty nice. You have insulation on the top so it doesn't burn the car's paint on the hood. But let's talk about the complete powertrain. With this engine, you have a 9-speed multi-clutch transmission that's powering 4 of the wheels with 3 differential lockers, and that's pretty much it. It has 850 Newton meters of torque with 577 horsepower. Pretty nice, pretty good, but this car is not about horsepower, it's some other stuff. Closing the hood is a bit tricky, but we gotta do what we gotta do, right? And then we magically got that down, and then let's close the hood because it's a G63 4x4 squared. You can see how aggressive the car looks from the front end. And does this look better than the G63? Let me know in the comment section. Now we're gonna shift to the car's side profile, where you can see this car's fenders are actually much more wider than the normal G63 AMG. You can see, first of all, you have your reflector here with the carbon fiber trim in here. This wasn't here before, this is a new thing. You have carbon fiber here. And then if you get down, you can look at the car's wheel. The 4x4 squared gets only one wheel, and that's pretty much this. Or you can change the caliper colors, so it's red or black, or I think gold, but that's for carbon ceramics. You have pretty good amount of space from here, but you obviously have multi-link suspension with air springs. Pretty nice looking, in my opinion. If you come a little back, you can see AMG V8 BiTurbo written, the best V8 in the world. And then obviously you have the visible hinges because the G63, you have the carbon here, you have the carbon here. And then if we go on the mirror caps, it's in black, and the black's also in matte because of the matte package. And it's pretty nice. You have your hazards and your 360-degree camera. And the G63 doors, you have to slam them. Yeah, I couldn't close that on my first try. Wow. You have the same for the back, but the only problem that people faced at the previous generation of this car was the exhaust tips are actually where people climb out and climb in. So you have to be careful and not burn your back of your feet, but that's pretty nice. It has a nice side step, but it doesn't have a deployable side step like it did before. The rear wheels are pretty nice as well. It's pretty big. It's 325/55 R22s. It's the same for the front and the back, but the rear brakes are much more smaller than the front. Like I mentioned, it has 3 differential lockers, and the side reflectors will be there in American and North American spec vehicles. At the back, you can see the spare tire is much more different because on the G63 it's usually covered, but this is more visible. It says 4x4 squared here with the black Mercedes-Benz logo. 4x4 squared. It's pretty nice. And in the bottom, you can see there are some basic changes. So you have parking sensors, you have your rear number plate slot, you have this, so if someone even rear ends you, they don't completely go below your car. This is for safety protocols. And you have the reversing camera that's placed here. I'm sorry I can't open the car's boot because it's a bit cramped here with all of the snow tires and stuff, but let's show you some more stuff. AMG logo here, and that's pretty much it for this side. Now we're gonna go to that side. G63, and you have like a ladder-ish stuff. There's this ladder where you can actually climb to the top. It's pretty nice. You have this very big-ish stuff, but when the car is unlocked, if you just press here, the fuel tank opens. 100-liter tank goes in like a few days. It's pretty nice, minimum 91. But now we're gonna show you the inside. So let's quickly get inside the rear seats. But it's gonna be a bit hard for me to get up here. Oh, there we go. Sitting at the rear of the G63 4x4 square, seats are pretty same as the normal G63. It's just you're much more higher off the ground, and it actually feels kind of weird, not gonna lie. You have this really nice red and black contrast with red stitching, and you have ISOFIX anchor points here as well. You can get your center armrest down where you have your 2 cup holders, and it's pretty nice with the trunk space and stuff. It's pretty comfortable here, but you don't have a panoramic sunroof, you just have a sunroof. And window trims are high. You can easily access everything. It's pretty good. You have your rear climate, that's a single zone with your 2 AC vents. And if we go on the other side, you can see there is an actual vent here for the back. And then if you look down here, you have your AMG side sills. And let's come to the door. You have your window opener placed here. Then you have this nice leather all the way continuing here with your grab handle. Heated seats, Burmester sound system. This is your door handle, carbon trim. You have enough room for your bottles and stuff. And that's pretty much it. Now let's get inside the front. Sitting at the front, I drove the G63 before, but it's pretty different on this car because you're sitting much more higher off the ground, and it's like you feel like you're like probably the king, not gonna lie. Let's start with the dash. You have this grab handle that says G63 4x4 squared here, and then you have leather all the way. You can see you have your Burmester twitters right there that says your airbag and your red stitching. You have your AC vent that actually has ambient lighting, but because the car is not on ignition, that's why it doesn't illuminate. You have your lockable glove box with your owner's manual and all of your different stuff in there, and you actually have your perfume dispenser on this car too. Let's come to the seats. Seats are heated, ventilated, massaged. It says AMG right here, and it's probably the best seats you can ever get on AMG. Like, it's really comfortable. If you look at the top portion, you have a sunroof, but because you have your accessories and stuff, that's why you can't actually see anything. And it's not actually, it's openable, but there's no point because you can't stand up or anything else. But it's overall nice. If I press this button, you have a bit of storage under this, and it's pretty cozy. And then if I close this, you have the carbon treatment here. You have your cup holders with your Mercedes-Benz ashtray. It's pretty nice. You can close this, you can see the entire carbon all around. This is your infotainment system controller. I still like that they have this one because the new ones are just not it. And then for the center, you have some more stuff, but now I'm going to show you the car's infotainment system and digital driver's display. But before that, let's just quickly go to the top. Because this car has the Burmester high-end sound system, that's why there's the tweeter. You have your buttons for your lights. This is for opening the car's sunroof. If I get that down, you have a digital rearview mirror that Mercedes-Benz actually introduced, so I'm like shocked. You have your vanity mirrors here that are really big with lights on either side, and that's going to be pretty much it. Now let me show you the car's infotainment. So let's turn it on. So pressing on the ignition, and then it does the animation. It says AMG. So this is the older MBUX, so it's 12.3, 12.3 here. Both are completely digital. It's pretty easy to use. So you can use it from this controller or controllers here. So if we go to the normal menu, I can go to system settings, where I can control a lot of stuff. So I can change the actual layout of the screen. So if I go to displays and design, if I want sport, I can have it in sports. It changes the driver's display and the center display. This is classic. Or if I want progressive, I can have that too. So you can see how you can completely change that. But if we go out of this, you can change some additional stuff, whatever you want. So if I want to configure that, if I just press this, I can have the navigation here, or I can have the consumption or the time and date. So it's going to be a split screen on here and here. So if I just do that, I'm going to have the navigation for now. And then when I actually go back to home, I'm going to show you that. But you can control the brightness, display off, day and night mode. And then if you go out from there, you have your input, audio, connections, Bluetooth device, and your mobile app, time and date for the IWC watch, and language units, and your personalization, your software upgrades, and your system backup. So you can back this car up from your older Mercedes, I guess. And you can also have a pin for the password of the screen, so no one can access it except you. And if we go back to home, you can go to the vehicle settings, where you can control some more stuff like the seats. If you go to the seats, you can control the driver's seat or driver's seat massage and the bolstering or the lumbar support. You can go to the climate, you can go to the car's comfort, the individual dynamic settings, assistance, consumption, light settings, vehicle settings, your digital owner's manual. It's pretty easy. You have your Mercedes-Benz app, phone, media, radio, and navigation. It's pretty nice how everything is. It's pretty decent looking in my opinion. But the coolest part is it's completely digital. It has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so that's nice. And then you have your AC vents here. These are your differential lockers. These are your climate controls. You have some buttons here for your hazards, vehicle settings, and shortcut buttons, and your IWC watch. It's overall a pretty nice thing. If I press on this button again, I can control the drive modes. So this is Sport. This is Sport Plus. It doesn't have race mode, but it has comfort, individual, slippery, pretty much it. I'll leave it on comfort for the meantime. It's nice how everything is, but now let's come to the car's steering wheel. Steering wheel is same carbon with Alcantara. It's pretty nice contrast. You have your drive mode controllers here, so you can actually like quickly switch it over here, and then you have your exhaust, manual mode, and all your different stuff controllable here. Paddle shifters are loud, it's nice to hold, and it's overall really aggressive looking. But the question is, will you rather take this or a normal G63? And let me just tell you, it's $150,000 difference. Now let me show you the car's driver's display. So for showing you guys the driver's display, when you unlock the car, get in the car, it does a very nice animation for both the screens. It says the G4x4 squared, and then it comes on. Overall, it's very customizable. You can have that however you want. So if you want to customize the screen, you have to do it from this button because this is for the infotainment. So if I want to control this side, I can have the navigation, I can have the fuel consumption, I can have the tire pressure monitor, I can have the boost gauge, I can have the G-force meter, or I can just have the normal dials. In the center, I can have the car's kilometer that the car has, at 32, that's pretty less consumption. That actually says the range. Your eco display from start, from reset, and then you have your kilometer showing there. Pretty customizable, right? Not yet, because at the center, you can have your navigation if you want. You can have the radio if you want. You can have the media if you want, and phone. So you can have a lot of different stuff if you want in the middle. If you go to AMG Performance, the boost can be in the middle, and the G-force meter and other stuff. It's not just configurable, you can configure it a lot. But if we quickly change the display, so if we go to sport, that's nice. If we go to progressive, that's nice too. We're going to leave it to sport for the meantime, and we're going to have the performance gauges here for the boost, and then over this side we can have the fuel consumption, I guess, or the navigation. It's pretty nice how everything is on this car. You can configure both of the sides. When you change the driving modes, it actually comes there. Like, it's nice how everything is. The car does not get a heads-up display, and no G63 gets a heads-up display, but Mercedes should introduce that in the future. It's pretty much it. Now let me show you the door. Don't need to turn it off. It just completely goes away. So first of all, you have your tweeter there for the high-end Burmester sound system. Then you have your AC vent that has ambient lighting, but it's not on for the meantime. You have the nice chrome finish that all the way comes here. You have the car's lane keeping assist. Then you have your parking sensors off and on. You have the light controls here with your parking brake. You have your dead pedal, brake pedal, and gas pedal. If you come over here, you don't have anything because it's a Mercedes-Benz, but you have your side sills that says AMG, and it actually illuminates. And then you can see the AMG logo. That's right there, but it's not the AMG logo, it's the G63 logo or the G-Wagon logo. But if you come to the door, you have the exterior mirror controls, you have the window controls with the window lockers, heated and ventilated seats, unlock and lock. You have the memory seats with the seat controls. You have the Burmester speaker here, and then the door handle and the carbon trim with all of the leather. If you come below that, you have your bottle holders here with your another speaker, because this car has the Burmester high-end sound system. Before coming out, you can actually see you have the carbon fiber front upper lights that are actually functional, and it actually does some work. But that's pretty much it. And that's going to be pretty much it for this review. So here we're going to get out of that. So just look at that sound. So if you like this review, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. One more add touch that I want to have in this video, you have some more lights on the top with the carbon fiber trim, so it actually looks much more nicer. So if you like this review, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I want to say thank you so much to Mercedes-Benz Brampton once again. We've started reviewing their cars at 2021, still doing it. It's pretty easy and convenient to do videos here, thanks to Wasif, thanks to Nikhil and the general managers here for providing their cars whenever I need them. Until then, I'll see you next time. If you guys want to know the price of this car is 550,000 MSRP Canadian dollars without taxes and fees. Pretty nice at the front end too. You have the upper lights for your high beams and for annoying other people's, and it actually sounds good too when you lock the car.